not bad. All right, so yeah, he looks at the money clip that you have thrown to him, then kind of back up at you and sort of takes a bit of the measure of you, realizing whatever he had thought of you was wrong, and he's still probably a little weirded out by the fact that he missed with all of those bullets at such a close range. And he goes, "Yeah, I suppose you got me for a bit." So far, just Richmond, just him. Most of the stuff he's got here, I mean, it's phone, laptop, kind of like the kind of book you'd buy at an airport to read on the way over. I mean, most of the other stuff he's got is not terribly, hugely interesting. Yeah, you do see her, like, you look over at the mirror that's on the back side of the door, and you see her sort of glaring out from behind, and as she looks, then she takes a step out of the mirror, and when you check the other ones, you're not seeing her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, his stuff is big enough. Yeah, what are you two doing in the hall while this is happening? Because, I mean, you probably heard a muffled gunshot and then the thump. Oh, I thought the panic in the hallway was you. Was you two. Oh yeah, we'll retcon that. Though there's definitely, though, a lot of people came out because there's people, some there who came out because they heard the singing, and then you've got others who are now paying attention because it's Roxy Hart or Roxy Oz. We're not Chicago. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, muffled, but then the thumps or the thump. I mean, as he falls forward. I thought he was on his knees. Yeah, and as you run past, like, there's a bunch of people who kind of, like, a few of the doors that open. There's people sort of looking down since you've been singing, and they see you, like, haul ass. I mean, yeah. Is you two leave from the room? Okay. At which point, bing, the door opens, and there is a kind of a little old lady walks in. He seems a little wary, but he's sort of following you down. Have you given him back his gun or? Oh, yep. Oh, come on. Okay, yeah. So yeah, he's a little wary, but he's following behind you. It seems a little. He's like, no, that's fine. Fly all the time. Goes, what the fuck are you talking about? He kind of gives you a weird look. Hello? Hello? Yeah, he just looks at you. He's like, I guess your my direct boss isn't particularly wanted to talk to a new employee. Welcome to the Scooby Van. You two will reach the van before they do. They're walking down 9 flights of steps. There's a lot of shit on your phone. I mean, people you've chatted with people. There might have been some people you've kept in touch with. There's some of the weird magic stuff. You're probably smart enough not to text stuff. I mean, the Ordo has pretty much just been something the three of you have talked about, or you've talked on the phone directly to someone from Damanhor or something along those lines. So I mean, enough. At this point, Mac's like, fucking steps. This. And you have a show tomorrow. Ex-husband? No, I'll just say husband. Yeah, you've got a couple flights that'll leave tonight. You're still new enough. That's a. I mean, if you're someone who's been around a long time, missing one is not necessarily. It just becomes the like the Axl Rose type thing you do. But you're still relatively new. Yeah, this is just the things that I do sometimes. I'm a mojo motherfucker. Hmm. Um, yeah, you Google about it. I'm actually just curious what'll pop up if I. Oh yeah, well this is a. Uh, there is an Iron Maiden show. I mean, technically, yeah. I mean, technically, the Iron Maiden show is like next week, but I'll what the fuck? Let's put it in the past, like, because that amuses the shit out of me. Yeah, at Hartwell Arena in Helsinki, there is an Iron Maiden show. Um, you kind of check and you've got to Google a little bit like when the fuck is Helsinki's time period. Um, it takes place about 2 hours. What does the actual thing say? Imagine you can show up like at the place because people are. What is the actual? What page is that on? In Entourage can appear at any public media event, such as a concert, play, press conference, etc. The star must know when and where things are happening before rolling, can only appear there just before or during the event. So, Helsinki is a large enough place that between plays, press conferences, concerts, I mean, there's going to be something. Out of curiosity, yeah. Yeah, Helsinki is 8 hours ahead. So actually, it'll be about 10 o'clock, probably. Or do we have a time period for when this what you had took place? Oh, it's evening. So yeah, it's fairly late now. So it would actually be in like um, in the morning. You would be able to go. That's right. 'Cause, yeah, you were there having dinner. Yeah, there's not a thing right now, but there will be. There will be essentially tomorrow if you go around noon Texas time. No, the whole thing is like you can appear there as it's starting. Yeah, you're not like teleporting into the future. I'm gonna roll on this one. It's like it's reality writes itself so people remember you getting there, but you basically do just appear. No, yeah, I wouldn't say it's sort of travel time. I mean, like right now, if you needed to be someplace that like a thing that was taking place halfway across the world, people would remember you being there. You might remember the travel time and such, but like you would appear from like right now back up into that other place. So for you, it's a teleport, but everybody else will have, and you'll have some vaguish memories of the travel and such. Yeah, like someone might remember picking you up when you got there, but the people might remember seeing you on the plane. But yeah, but it's mostly people sort of at the place you're going. Now they would still have like you on camera and other stuff here. Yeah, yeah. No, here in Helsinki we don't believe in nightclubs. Well, it's nighttime where you're at. So I mean, let's say it's like 9 or 10, which would make it like 6 a.m. there, or what 4 a.m. A nightclub is not a. The sense that this has got to be a big. This has to be an event. Yeah, yeah. For there's so the Iron Maiden concerts that evening, which is about noon your time is when like the pre-show and such starts. Um, Beyond that, I mean there are I mean a lot of the stuff doesn't tend to pick up until the evening. we'll say it's Saturday, so you probably do have some matinee plays. Yeah, he's got a driver. Driver's got him. He's out on floor 5. Okay, so out of curiosity, let's see. See if I can tell times for when they have their shows. It's very hard to tell. I don't read Helsinkian. It's on February 11th. So if you want to see Iron Maiden, um, yeah. So if some about you got a show there about 4 o'clock. So about 8 a.m. your time. Oh yeah, yeah, make the roll. You probably have no problem. You want to flip to night? You want to flip to 96? Yeah, you don't have many contacts here as far as places you'd be able to make sure you check your thing. Um, but places you'd be able to crash sort of for free or any sort of hidey holes. Sure, yeah. Where can you teleport us now? Okay, yeah, you actually found a place. You actually found a place that could get you there now. The event is there. There's a christening of a ship. Which ship? Oh, about an hour. Still walking and breathing and huffing and puffing. Okay. So all of you meet in the van. Yep. Yeah, and yeah, Henry sort of comes in as just sort of a little confused as to everything that's going on here. Like if you were B.A. Baracus, it'd be much easier to get around. Quit knocking me out, Hannibal. And yeah, you feel yourself like shift, and you're inside the van when you do this. So yeah, so you know that when you open up the van, you will be elsewhere. No, no, no. You no. You open the door. Well, the van will be the same as opening the door to wherever you're at. Yep. It's actually fairly cold because it's winter. Okay. Or no, no. Actually, we fast forwarded to essentially this time period. I think. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. So you open the door of the van. You open the door of the van and you step into a very small church, and there are a bunch of people. There's several people sort of up near the front, and you see the priest dipping a baby into the holy font. Yeah, and yeah, you turn around. There's the church door, like the church door behind you. As you sort of go in, nobody has sort of noticed you yet because everyone's watching them christen the child. Okay, so you kind of open up the church door, and you walk. And you are in the middle of fucking nothing. You see just fields all around you. It's a small church surrounded by like some gentle woods, and you can see there's a large field to the side. You're pretty sure Helsinki is fairly decently sized. This the speak is not Latin or Finnish. If you happen to know what Finnish sounds like. Okay, you pull out Google Maps. You are in Helsingfors, Sweden, which is the way that in Helsinki there is it's the same spelling. So you appear in a small village in the middle of Sweden. Job in Sweden. Um, um, yeah, with the exception of Roxy, if your unnatural is less than 4, okay, then you're okay. Yeah, there's a moment of like weird uh, vertigo, but yeah, you are you are in Sweden. Fabulous. Yeah, you're about 350 miles away from Helsinki. The Helsinki that you want. Yeah, he's just like I've seen some strange shit, but I didn't think a rock star would teleport us to fucking Sweden. And Henry's just like, the fuck's your problem? No, because I don't think necessarily sell for one of those really fit. I think just the complete weirdness of him being here. Yeah, at this because this point you also know that like you are close to maybe having him back. So how does Roxy Oz get involved with Edgar Cook? We have an email list. It's on Angel Fire. Okay. So what do you do now that you are without transportation in the middle of Sweden? You know what they say about getting caught in a weird ass part of Sweden? Yeah, you like you can kind of you put some stuff in and you find there's a small tavern in the town. However, all of you know ways because all of you have stuff for rituals and things. All of you know ways to induce vision. Like a lot of times the visions won't necessarily do anything, but you're also fairly magically charged with just the events and being here and everything that's gone on. So it's a possibility. I mean, the with the stuff you've got, you know ways. If you've got one of them, like putting a charge or something into it, it's certainly going to help. But also, just your situation is fairly well charged. Like you're all at least aware of there's sort of ways normal people can kind of bring on visions and vision quests, like psychedelics and such. Now, granted, getting a hold of that, being strangers in this area, that might be a little harder. Well, someone has a show. No, she has a show at home in Austin, or just da for Uber. Yeah. Bork, bork, bork. Yeah, getting a cab, like particularly, you might be able to work your way through with the bartender because they'll definitely know a cab service. Oh, Let's see. Probably, because eventually we make everyone else learn how to speak our language. How much English? Need a cat. Okay, of Sweden's roughly 10 million people, almost all speak Swedish as at least a second language, and the majority as a first. Oh, use of yeah. If I open up the page, it'll probably tell me more. English use in Sweden, out of curiosity. Yeah, so it looks like yeah, about 40% speak English almost every day. About 20% occasionally, but or often, but not on a daily basis. 30% occasionally. 11% don't use it. So here's where it helps for like America going, no, fuck you. You learn our language. Um, like you've actually got a pretty decent chance of no, like the bartender knows English. Like you're kind of far out of your place there. I don't know why they're sounding sort of like Minnesotan to me. Like yeah. No, but that's, I don't know why that's. I don't know why. Yeah, for sure. Like, oh my god. Yeah. So we'll just go with that sort of an accent, or I'll pick something. He's like, you seem a little out of place. Yeah, yeah. He can kind of like writes down a number on a. He's clearly given it to enough people who are drunk at closing, and then slides it across to you. Yeah, they're usually they yeah in Helsinki, like in this area. Uh, yeah, what you want? I have no idea how Swedish sounds. I met. Mm-hmm. The Hurricane Fergin Slurgin. Okay. You're in Helsinki. We're at in Helsinki.
Australia, I can sometimes, that can come into the whole mixing bowl. I thought that this could be kind of funny because
Well, yeah, no. The bar is in their service area. Like if someone comes here and says, "Hey, what's your cab's like service area?" Oh, it shows to here. Does it go 350 miles away? I don't know. You also could in a couple hours teleport your way there. There's an Iron Maiden show. It's only a brick wall because our minds think it's brick. Just go through it, man. Probably, and you, Max. You know that if you put like a minor charge into him, it'll help. Into him, will probably help make it an actual mystical experience as opposed to just like, yeah, man, I have mystical experience. Yeah, you can probably make a roll to see about using that to help him. Okay, so do you guys just walk for a bit or wait, or do you find a place just to chill? Mm-hmm. Darver the Swedish forest. In the summer. That's definitely an easier way to put yourself into a trance without like lots of years of training. Yeah. Taylor, let's give me just a moment. I'm gonna use the bathroom, refill my drink real quick. Just put Nomancy, it'll be fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, those fuckers are. Well, for the one of the cons I've done at scenarios, and I'll be doing at Gen Con, I use one of those, and like so far both times I've been able to, because someone was dumb enough to go and try to talk to the person by themselves. I was able to do the whole they put your hand over your mouth, and then just seal your face. Yeah, I've got the Unknown Armies games were actually marked as interesting. Because it said that the Gen Con, the people who do it found this interesting. I think you might too. So when I looked it up, it's just honestly they go through. I think I'm the only person running Unknown Armies. I think I'm the only person running Leverage, Dogs in the Vineyard. I also think I should have Wield and there's one other one that I'm blanking on, but yeah, through Mikey was with a group that gets them kind of set up with some stuff, so he got a hold of me and said, so I'll be sharing a room with Mikey while I'm there, and yeah, so I'll be doing like I think there's only like 4 games right now, but there's some other ones that I guess still need to be posted because I had originally put in like 6. Though I really wish I had. Oh, no, because I think Wield and Phoenix Dawn Command were actually not posted. Those 2 are not posted, though. Dusk's. Yeah, the Crossroads, Tennessee, you guys did, and the Champaign, Illinois is one that I've done with a. The group is a mayor who is an avatar of the demagogue, a city planner who's an urbanomancer, a cop on the blue line, so they know a bit about the supernatural, and then in city political science intern, who also like has got some gutter magic and such. I've not actually signed up for anything yet. That says it could be good. Because yeah, the idea also of paying for all this, like everything you do, I'm like that. I was like not terribly fond of. Yeah, but so I might end up looking to see if there's something at some point. But otherwise, I think isn't there like a sort of a pickup game room or something? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Huh. I also have some. I have friends who run an escape room, and I might just volunteer to help them. See if I've got extra time. Cool. And there's also Fear the Con in St. Louis in June. It's a fun con. The con itself is free. It takes place in a hotel. Okay, that's with the Fear the Boot podcast. All right. So, what do y'all do? Actually, if you want to see if you've got some mushrooms or something on you, if you want to make a delinquent roll, Roxy. Yep. Though you can mark your delinquent. Yeah, you probably got some weed, but nothing like that. So yeah, you do get to mark it so it can go up some. All right, so you're trying to do you're trying to trip. So this one, are you just doing it like a gutter magic? Probably a. I mean, what's your identity for that? Um, Form a socialite makes some sense. Like it. Oh, got a ritual. That might have been something that you had done when you were sort of into that stuff. Um, so it wouldn't be necessarily a ritual as such, but I think you could use your socialite for it. Okay. Yeah, and it also feels like you're the only one who could possibly do that. So yeah, just know that that one's been used. You can't use that again this session. I mean, it probably won't come up, but yeah. And so you're sitting there, and the rest of you are sort of helping, making some music and such, and Henry's sort of standing off, watching all this, a little confused, because he doesn't seem like he's actually been in the room when they've done some of their stuff. Um, and so, as you're working, you feel yourself kind of falling into, like, there was a large tree not far away from you, and there's like a knot like low in it, and there's a hole near it, and you kind of feel yourself stretching as you start to head down the hole itself and deep into the recesses of the earth. And then there's you, as you go through, you appear in, like, the room that you're in looks a lot like the room that you met Jacqueline in, but everything feels like it's opposite of it. Like the color scheme is sort of backwards. The things are not facing kind of the same way, and you're sort of there, and then a door opens, and a man who looks like he could be her, like, practically identical twin. Like, if they were both a little more androgynous, they would look exactly like each other. Comes in and looks at you. Ah, your friend has the key. Well, I can tell you how to get here fairly easily, but the problem is, well, getting here. We have the ability to influence where the rooms appear. I stuck her for a time in the haunted house. Now it's her turn. If you come to Helsinki, there's a carnival. You walk through the Hall of Mirrors. You can find me if you go left through it, like a labyrinth. Hand on the left mirror, follow it around. I take it you know why that will make things difficult. If you break the mirrors, you won't be able to reach the room. We can be banished back for a time, but it's very hard to kill us entirely. Said we're able to move each other's rooms on occasion. Currently, it's her turn. we can have more effect on each other than our own place. The same way that she wasn't able to leave until you had the key, I'm stuck here. I mean, be careful. We're killable. We're just fairly powerful. It's very hard to. Jacob. Henry comes to the room, he'll be returned how he was before. Her room changed her, mine will restore him. Yeah, and you sort of then there's a part where you feel something sort of grab you by the back and it whips you back, and then you're back underneath the ground, and then back into yourself. He comes to with just like a shocked gasp, like the kind of gasp you got if you've been the wind knocked out of you and you've just gotten it back again. Well, now I don't know what we're supposed to do. What? Can't break the mirrors? Couple things. One, I would renegotiate my fee. Second, choke her out. Yeah, something like that. She wants to go pretty quick. Yeah, not hard to find. Daffer Hall of Mirrors. Birds it's being in the fort in the mirror. Okay, yeah. Yeah, and you're probably going like from the Iron Maiden show to there. Yeah, like you get a route like set up and ready to go. Hey, the rest of you? What is a giant Swedish stereotype aside from the chef? the, there was a there was a a football player. I read that he would play all these pranks and stuff, and he was there was they actually were in Sweden, and he came up and was like, "I speak the language of your people," and wanted to give part of this press conference, and he started doing the Swedish chef, like pissed off a lot of people. Same guy apparently programmed a robot to like walk into the locker room and call one of his men like, "Come with me, fat man," to one of his teammates. Okay, so you are working on the Swedish chef stereotype. And he was in movies. Okay, so Roxy just sort of chilling while you're waiting. Like, what can I do that won't get me dead? All right. So you reach the time where you can head into the Iron Maiden concert. Which, to be honest, not the concert you thought you'd be going to see. Yeah, if you want to emerge in the crowd, you can. No, it'll probably be very loud. I mean, you could. Do you want to go backstage, or do you want to go into the concert itself? Okay, so like backstage. Okay. Yeah. So the thing you actually kind of find a couple trees close together, and you sort of feel like, yeah, if we go through here, this will do it. Um, Make a roll. You don't? I thought that for all those you have to make a roll. I thought you did. Okay. I mean, the chances of you failing are pretty low. I mean, granted, though we've had a couple 90s and 100s today, so. Yep. And and you come in, wanna rock and roll all night. It's like, okay, apparently they start with their big hit, with their only. Yeah. Oh shit! Yeah, not that. It's a Smoking in the Boys' Room. So yeah. You come out and they're playing. The crowd is kind of going nuts. You come out to a crowd of like very aging metalheads. Here's me, not in Helsinki at an Iron Maiden concert. Yeah, so you kind of peer in, and it's very weird to go from like serene Swedish forest to heavy like right to call them heavy metal. I know they kind of put them in that, but it's almost like a hair glam metal show of these very very aging rockers playing. How the fuck old is Iron Maiden at this point? Out the leather spots. Who died recently from? Oh, one of them did die recently. Yep. Holy shit! They were formed the year I was born. So yeah, they are, however old they were when they started, plus 43 years old. Okay. He's 59 years old. But yeah, that's probably how they make money. I mean, well, you probably couldn't make money at 59. Though it's weird to think that means that he started when they were like 17. But if VH1's behind the music taught me anything, it's that you will burn through money super quick. Okay. And lets you out. There's the carnival. You probably find a place to switch out some money for whatever Swedish people use. Some sort of leaf or something. Yes. I don't know what Swedish money is. A euro, sure, maybe. Have they done Brexit yet? Are they all doing Brexit? Let's do the Brexit again. It's just a step to the right, to the extreme right, to the racist right. Okay. Yep. Oh yeah, you can someplace get some. Wasn't the euro like a long damn time ago? I have a hard time keeping up with all of your imaginary currency. Oh, that's right. I think it was. Yeah, I remember seeing that because I think the Cult Kickstarter was maybe done in Sweden. There's at least one Kickstarter I've done that like SEK was the thing for their money. Though technically you're in Finland, but we'll say Finland's like Sweden. I'm sure that wouldn't insult anyone from Finland. I'm sure they'd be fine to hear we think they're the same as Sweden. All right. So the fair itself, you have families walking around. You got the big Ferris wheel. You have whatever they have instead of the American. Everything is fried and doughy. I know in America that all state fairs kind of look the same. I don't know how it is here, but there is like the sort of Hall of Mirrors and other attractions. You stand before it, you give them your tickets, you take a breath. Yeah. And let me refill my drink real quick. Okay. I am here. All right. The Hall of Mirrors. Okay. Okay. So you take that step in, and it's very nervous as you're looking through. It's very hard to sort of see where you might be going. But it leads off in a couple different directions. One thing you do know is they tend to be fairly simple because people are supposed to wander through pretty quick. You don't know if they still are or not, but all right. Yeah, keep your hand on the left. So, let me know, how is everybody moving? Is who's in front? What's your marching order? Okay. Okay. So as you're heading through, Art, make a notice check. All right. You see it like a split second before it happens. You see her kind of diving low out of mirrors with a knife in her hand. What? Yes. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So go ahead and make a struggle. Shit. Okay, so what you'll do is fist and feet. So you don't do a lot of damage on it, but you do as you bring down a hand. We'll say with you rolled low enough, you do 7 points. Not bad. As you kind of comes down, and she's got like a knife in each hand. Yeah, and she slices out at your leg, but misses. As she, but like probably enough for you to step back a bit. As she, and then at this point, you are all sort of sitting there for a moment while she's looking through all of you. It's like you will not make it to the room. She stands up at this point and she's got a knife in her right hand, and then swings it a bit in front of her. The four of you, and it's like, I will not let you undo what we have done. She takes a moment and she steps back and then just falls into the mirror behind her, disappearing out of sight. Yep. Yeah, and Henry's like, what the fuck is going on here? And at that point, Henry goes, there she is! And he catches her as she comes out and has got the knife like straight at him. And there's a moment where he's looking, because she seems fairly small, but is apparently much stronger. He's like, the fuck? And he's holding her back, but he's got her arms, and it looks like the knife has sliced his arm a little bit as he's got her, but they're now struggling. You make a roll on that? Yeah, I would say make a struggle there, because like, they're not just standing still. Yes, actually. Yeah. She's like, and how long does the chloroform last for? Okay. Yeah. Basically, you ride her to the ground as she slumps and you're on top of her, keeping that chloroform fucking clamped, or the rag clamped to her face. Mm-hmm. what's the violence? What's everyone's violence level? If you have below a 4, you'll need to make a violence check, which is um, what is the? I believe so. Yeah, should be on the sheet. Got the cheat sheet. Yeah, basically the fitness is you trying to. Yeah, I'll get you one for that. Okay, yeah. So both of you get a hardened notch. On violence. Okay. And so yeah, so the three of you, the other three are running along the way. All right. So yeah, as that was for something else. Okay, so as you are running, at this point, just trying to as quickly as possible get to the entrance. Oh shit. Okay, unfortunately, that's an awful roll. You this would be Max. Something like grabs at your leg as you're because you're probably the last one on this one. Kind of grabs you. You look back and you see her like half out of one of the mirrors and goes, "Set me free was a fucking mistake." I'd make a secrecy roll for that, or if you've got something that'll fit for it. Not for that. So this is. I'm also when this happened. Art and Henry, are you guys still headed deeper in? Shit. Yeah, you kind of do a thing where you sort of turn and you toss it behind you while you kind of hold up the gun. At her, and there's this miracle. You're kind of waiting to hear it hit floor or mirror, and you don't hear that tink sound. As Art, you managed to catch it, and you're pretty sure she didn't see it. And she sort of smiles. She kind of laughs a bit. She's like, "You think I wouldn't know my own key? Where is it?" And then she leaps forward. Yeah, you guys are running. So she leaps forward at you. Like, "Give me the key!" Leaps forward. Let me just do this real quick. like a bit of a commotion. Very possibly. The other people are going to find the body that's sitting like in the thing with its head blown off. That'll be a bigger thing. So yeah, as the body did not. Yeah, but as she comes at you, slashing with the knife, it catches you kind of across the chest and gives you a bit of a good slice on as you sort of fall back a little bit. So, where's the key at? I'm going to say to get there, and this is, well, we kind of have these rounds going back and forth. Art. We'll say that essentially what I'm going to do is, we'll do this. I don't. Let me see if I can actually pull into. I don't think I have the thing here to pull in a clock. Be cool if. Yeah, I would say a clock would be awesome. I don't know if I've got them. I definitely use. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, because I've definitely. Oh, I do have them. From my library, I've got other size clocks. I just don't remember where they're at. This will work. Okay, so the countdown clock is going to be a 4-point clock. Like you'll be rolling pursuit, because the thing is this part is actually like, because it's been mystically altered. It is a more confusing than you normally have the fairly simple mirrors. So while this thing is going on behind you, each time they have a back and forth, you will have an opportunity to roll. You'll be able to move, and we'll have your roll now too for one, but you get to, a regular success takes a forward 1, a matched pair takes it 2, a crit would take it forward 3. This is just going to be a 4, it's actually going to be just a 4 level clock. I think it's because pursuit, because you're having to be careful as you go, because it's not like you can't flat out run. This also includes a little bit of like keeping track of things, making sure that you're not like slamming into mirrors, because suddenly this has become much more complex, this area that you're at. Yeah. So yeah, because the thing is, if you end up going right, what you end up doing essentially is getting out of the ability to get there. So it's one of those reasons they have no fear of a normal person wandering in, but if you keep going left, you'll be okay, but you're also trying not to slam into a mirror. So if you... No. Fail will remove some from the... Like, if it's a matched failure, or if it's a critical miss, yes. Otherwise, it may just place him a little further behind because he's slowing down. Yeah. No, I would say if you go to say -3, we'll make this thing. If you go to -3 or a critical miss, 100. Oh, all right. Fuck. Yeah, I'll say yes. That you're a -1 essentially on that. All right, so Max, what do you do? Come fisticuffs with me, ma'am. So this could be the place where most of you die. At which point... Oh, I'm sorry, what do you... So, if you want to make your dodge roll while she slashes at you. Yeah, as you sort of dodge back, catches your arm. Slices kind of deep. You manage to kind of pull backwards. You're like, fuck. This is you're not used to getting stabbed with a knife. This is not good. You're feeling a bit of a loss of blood. Mm-hmm. Okay, give me just a moment. Go ahead, Art, if you want to make your roll. You're probably gonna hope you can flip some stuff. Yeah, first we'll see what Art what Max does. So Max, what do you do? Is one of your one of your things? What is it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the reason he didn't do anything. You basically have to get hit once. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the thing is, like, the higher you roll, I mean, technically, like, if you've got a high thing, the more damage you'll do. Um, yeah, I go ahead and make your roll. Mm-hmm. You actually want to roll as high as possible because the thing is, the thing is, like, the higher you roll, like, if you, the closer you roll, the more damage you do. Now you're just with feet. With let me do check one thing here real quick. Because with your fists, you roll. You add together what you got. Um, Yeah, if you roll 32, you take 5 wounds. There's no special damage for match successes with these sort of attacks, but you get a crit, you get a choice. You can knock the guy out, leaving him unconscious, or from 1 to 5 rounds, then able to fight. Yeah, 1 punch on 100 automatically switches off the lights. Um, yeah, you actually would have been a little bit better off with a fumble, but you are managed. You do punch her, so that does 8 to her. Which surprises her a bit as she... Let me... As you... She's much more solid than you thought she would be. But you do kind of catch her. She's like... And then she's slicing. And there's... She's coming forward and keeping it fairly tight as she does it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Art, you realize at this point that you're getting close to, like, if you want to stop, you can use notice as you go, but it'll be every other round. I don't know if I don't think he knows about the necessarily sticking to the left. He's just sort of following. But Roxy. Yep. So, yeah, so I will say, as she comes forward and actually, like, knife goes like into your shoulder, and you're at the point you realize if you were still like, if you didn't use this ability, you'd be in a fucking awful place. There's a point where it doesn't even bleed yet, and you almost sort of like trap it a little bit as you're sort of looking at her. Then you hear Roxy's voice echoing through. Roxy, make your roll. Yeah, I think it's a helplessness test. Yeah, so yeah, you hear the song. It's her moment. Like her eyes go a little. She does. She kind of looks back. Still got the knife in your shoulder. Art, do you want to make a notice roll instead, going slower this time? Yeah, it's if it's a double, that's the thing that you're looking for. Okay. Let me check this real quick. I think I put it on roll 20. Put it down here. Yeah, so helplessness goes with status. So for her, and this will be next turn, so she'll have a turn at least where she's kind of frozen. Okay, so she'll end up kind of pulling herself out of it. Very hard, it'll be difficult for her. But so what do you do, Max? Mm-hmm. Well, she's just, the only one she has right now, because the other one is on the floor, back behind you. The only one that she's got right now is the one that's in your shoulder. Mm-hmm. Ugh. Mm-hmm. Okay. I would say to do that, to be able to do it sort of quickly, I mean, make your struggle roll, but you've got a knife now. Yep. Yeah, I said, do you basically just like jam it through her wrist? Like, and then right at that moment, she kind of pulls herself away as she's got the knife goes through. So she's screaming as that happens. Okay, make a struggle roll, and then Art, go ahead and make a roll as well. Yeah, so yeah, Roxy, you kind of both feel and then hear the fact that it's Can can you? Do you have any other way to switch that? Neither of those fit. Yeah, your panic is making you move way too quick. Yeah, so you try to essentially, as you go around her, try she kind of just out, and then she grabs the knife and just ah. And like has it in her offhand. It looks a little awkward. Roxy, are you still by the entrance? I think it's failed this time. I mean, it's that you can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. No one else go there. And Art, I'm gonna say if you want to start rolling for Henry, he grabs you and is like, which way do we go? Okay, his is 45 if you want to make the rolls. So you're trying to get under a 45. Yeah, he had moved you forward a bit. You're kind of moving back a bit more. Like it's to the point where it's getting so easy for you to accidentally go the wrong way. Max, she's pulled the knife out. She now has the knife again in her hand, and she looks pissed. And you, like, there's a part of you knowing you're in a bad way. You're not feeling it right yet. Well, you've already been cut several times. You're hurt, but you know that you're worse off than you feel. What do you do? You're gonna look a lot worse here in a moment. It's back. It's a back around the corner if you want to go back to it. If you do the whole Princess Bride, run. Fuck. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. That could have been struggle, but still, it's also a 13 against. Her struggle is 40. Yeah, she comes and stabs you again. Like you knowing you're in bad shape. You're not feeling it. It's just weird where you're almost outside of your body. Okay. Yeah. Fortunately, this place fighting is not your thing. Yeah, as you're trying to grab her, but you grab a hold of her, but you're slick enough with blood that she slips sort of out. Is that? She's like, I'm surprised you're still standing. And Art, he looks at you. He's like, Takes like grabs your hand. Okay. Make your roll. Yeah, do you have anything that lets you flip it? No, it's what's keeping you apart. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, your rage seems like it's in full fucking force here. You kind of feel it. Gives you what, a plus 20? All right. And this will be his, which is 45, because he can lead. That's why I told you you can roll his, which is a 45. Because yours is low as shit. Yep. There's that moment where he kind of looks at you and just like, the fuck? And then back with Max, the moment you go, I'm surprised you're still doing this. And she kind of looks at you and she's like, I think you're right. And then just dives sideways into one of the mirrors. If you roll like a matched success on struggle, yes. Oh! Oh, but that's a match. No, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna take away the 20 from you. I'll put it here because otherwise he has a matched failure. Yeah, you grab all. Okay, so basically we'll do that. So that turns you into a 55, which means the 44 means you actually tackle her while she's halfway through the mirror. No, you're still in the thing while she's sort of partway in. And Art, go ahead and make a roll with a 45. And Roxy, are you still in the front of it? I'm sure it's Max calling for help. What exactly do you scream? Can I give you a suggestion? If you yell to let Art and them know that you have her, at least temporarily, that means they can slow down. Yeah. Okay, you're building closer. Make another struggle roll. She's trying to like slip away from you. Yeah, she's like, and you're like, no, fucking got you. They also do some damage to her because you're. Yeah, and she's still trying to kick away. If you want to make another struggle roll, that will take them up to 0 out of 4. Yeah, so at that point, and then she kicks you in the face as it slips by and lets go. So I'm gonna get you guys to one out of the 4 at this point as she's coming through the mirrors. Actually, we'll go 2 because 1 when she escapes, 2 as she's moving through the other mirrors. You see her like reflection in like some of the mirrors to your right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say you probably go and grab the knife and you see Roxy at the end of the hall just staring at you. All right, and Art, you see her like in the mirrors to your right. You're now at 2 out of 4. He'll be able to switch that, flip that. Yeah, so yeah, he rushes that way. She comes out and she's like, she had a knife and she's been cut up. She's looking pretty bad. And she looks over at you and she's like, "You can't make it to the room." As she's between you and where he went. Yeah, you guys are like rushing down the hallway, like trying to get there. And you got to be careful because you're trying to run into it. Yeah, yeah. He basically has just gone around a corner, but literally just. He'll hear you. Yeah. There's a so this, and he pokes his head back around. Make a fitness roll. If you're throwing it, you can make a fitness roll. No, it basically, if you succeed, it works. Otherwise, she catches it. Okay, make a struggle roll. Yeah, so I mean, though do remember you want to roll higher than lower because you only do 5 points of damage if you hit her with that. Yeah, yeah. So like you rush and sort of strike her as she's slicing down with the knife. Oh, yeah. She tries to hit, but you actually manage to like dodge out of the way as it like digs into the ground. You, you'd still have to roll to make the toss because she's like right. But it's so fucking cinematic if you do. It's so cool if it works. And the two of you have like come around the corner. It would make sense to use your struggle your drifter struggle thing to, yeah, because if you pin down and then if you want to throw it to him using struggle, you could. But if it worked, it would be so fucking cool. Okay. Okay, so I'd make one more struggle roll while she's sort of fighting, and then the other two will be with you. We'll see if she. Yeah, so her thing is that she doesn't get away from you entirely, but she does kind of kick herself out when she's slicing with it, but she's not able to get you with the knife. Like, she's not 100% out. The other two, the three of you are now all together. Henry's sort of coming back that way. What do you all do? Yeah. It's weird because you see several like wounds on him that are not bleeding. If you make a struggle roll, basically to try to knock her, because she's down on the ground, so it won't be as hard. Yeah, your whole thing, violence is not your thing, and she is kicking and trying to get away. Make a one of you make a fitness roll for that, just to make sure it doesn't hit the ground. $55 is a pretty good fitness. Wait, oh yeah, that's right. That's yours. You don't have another one that would work, do you? Okay, so yeah, so his obsession is the meal. Yes. No, the obsession allows you to switch. The thing is, the obsession allows you to flip. If it's your obsession, you can flip it an unlimited number of times. Yes, yeah. Oh shit, yeah. Yeah, your obsession allows you to keep going. Yeah, so basically, he basically tosses you the key, and you're like, and you just keep going. Yeah, and Henry's kind of headed your way. You just sort of grab him while you're going, and then. And what's your pursuit? Roll his. It's 45. Otherwise, it's 20. Yeah, you can go ahead and roll his, which is 45. Just roll. It's all a D100. Life's a movie. Yeah, like yeah. This is the final thing. There's a point where you kind of feel yourself like you strike a mirror on the right. You kind of roll. You're like nope, 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 nope. Grab him, and you're heading to a place where there's suddenly a door appears in the mirrors up ahead. Meanwhile, back there, still trying to struggle and fight. Oh, yeah. So that is, you sort of see him go, and then 13, 16. So that's going to be yeah. Art, you get a side full of knife. You're like, oh, fuck. What do you do? Okay. Also, well, yeah. What is your violence rating? Okay, which means yeah, you're okay with being attacked by a weapon. Okay. Yep. And you got the knife with you. Yeah, stab her down. Ah! And then Roxy, or would you do anything? Make a struggle roll. It's not one you chose. You were not someone who fought much as a delinquent. You can click the or just roll a D100 if you know what the thing is. But down below all the stats, there's the struggle is one of the buttons. It's easy not to see the. Yeah, just roll 1D100. Yeah, you try. You just kind of get in the way. So Art, what do you do with the door? Or Max rather. Sorry. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and once again, you're in a room that looked like the one that you were in inside the ghost house, but everything's sort of a bit backwards. And you look up, and there's Jacob standing behind the desk. Henry's just looking like, "What the fuck's going on?" And you hear a scream from behind. No! He's and grabs it out of the air, and looks at Henry. And it's like, "Do you wish to pass through the door?" It's like, the fuck are you talking about? He kind of reaches out a hand, takes the key, goes over, and opens up the door. And as he passes through, suddenly she becomes almost immaterial. Like at this point, she stopped trying to fight you. She's screaming and kind of looking back around the thing, and then she just sort of fades out. Well, there's a bunch of murder and such. She's seen weird magic. There's no way to stop her. Yep. And that seems a good place to end for tonight. You are down to 10 hit points out of 50. You are hurt. You are hurt badly. Art took 16, so Art got a good hit there. But yeah, if you want to roll any of your anything you failed, or for the success for Roxy, for Star. Have, have you seen? There's a picture of the royal wedding with the big ass long train behind her that's going up like 30 feet, and the caption's just "When you marry a CVS receipt." That's hilarious. There's a part of me that's worried. I'm like, fuck, this is kind of a boring you get to go through, but then you shot her. I was like, well, that takes her out of her body. It's not easy to kill one of them. You'll discover next time when we come back and get a chance for Henry to come out, you guys to be all bloodied and fucked up. And then try to get back for Roxy's show. Mm-hmm. I'll know closer till. I don't know if people around here. I might have some friends doing something. But otherwise, yeah. Cool. Okay. That was fun, and I'll catch y'all later.